So let's look at 65-year-olds now in Canada and how long they're going to live, because the average 65-year-old today is going to live. I didn't even write this down. Where the hell did I put that sheet? Hey guys, how you doing? Today I want to talk to you about why most of you that just say that taking CPP at 60 is the right choice in our comments all the time are dead wrong. You just don't get it. Now, before I begin, I need to say that that's because you're wrong in the math, most likely. And two, there is no blanket answer to when to take CPP and OAS because every single individual is different. That's why I could never say everybody needs to take it at 70, everybody needs to take it at 65, or everybody should take it at 60. The two main reasons you're going to want to take it at 60, one, you need the money. You need this money to survive, you're going to take it. Two, you're going to take it because you know that you have a reduced life expectancy. So obviously you want to get the benefit because you have paid into it over the course of your life. You cannot choose when you're 50 years old when you should take CPP and OAS. You can't even choose it at 60. You don't know that 65 is going to be the right answer. That's why in a video in the very near future, I'm going to talk about why the main reasons why I don't really like fee-for-service financial planning. However, there are obviously some benefits to it. But first, let's just start with some typical comments we get every time we do CPP videos and why I don't really love doing them anymore. This is from Chad's video where he just showed a graph and didn't say anything about when to take it, just said, you know, these are the numbers, and everybody comes in with their opinion about why everybody should do this. So this guy says, this means everyone should take it at 65. Yes, because we're so shady. We've only been educating Canadians for free for 8 years. Yeah, we're super shady over here. That means it for sure. We're just trying to rip you off somehow. Actually, us telling you to delay CPP makes us make less money. All of the influencers out there on YouTube that you might watch, Adam Reese with Well Built Wealth, his channel's kicking ass, great guy. Us, we've been talking about just sort of the math for years. We make less money if we tell you to peel out your investments and keep CPP for longer because you have less assets with us. Whereas every other large financial institution never says this because they never want you to take money out. In the long term, this is better for you and us if we can keep you as clients for 30 years all the way until you pass away at the end of your life. You should have more money if we time it correctly. Nobody will know that it's timed correctly unless they live past the time where the break-even point comes, and then they'll say that made sense for me. Otherwise, you never know that it was the right decision. Another comment here, take CPP at 60 because you don't know when you're going to be 6 feet under. Agreed, but you know, we're going to talk about the math in this video. If you think you're not going to live past, you know, a certain age where we call break-even points, then take it. Absolutely. Two, do you trust your government? No, but CPP isn't managed by the government, so that doesn't really matter. And three, it's your money. Fine, but I've argued this before. Your RSP is your money too. Does that mean that you're just going to take it out early for no reason? For a bad mathematical reason and ruin your retirement? Does that make sense? It's the same thing, you just don't view it the same because you hate the government so much and you think, well, this is my money, I need it now. And you're like, okay, sweet. But what we're going to talk about today is comments like this, because I see them all the time and I don't even know how to respond. I talked to Chad about it this morning and okay. So Krishlathia 76, haha, most die before 70, so we lose. Not even close to accurate. Most people die before 70. So let's talk about this. This is what I want to get into today and why most people are really wrong about this, because they're not even looking at life expectancy correctly because they don't, right? People that are bad at understanding math and charts and tables just suggest these things all the time, and then people are like, yeah, man, let's listen to that comment. Drives me crazy. So let's look at the average life expectancy in Canada in 2021. The average life expectancy is 81.75. Break-even point of CPP, if you delay it all the way to 70, is about 82, 83 years old, but that's not even right, because that isn't accounting for inflation and how much more CPP you're going to get. But that's close, okay? So men, the average life expectancy is 80.62, and for women it's 84.67. So most women, looks like, should probably delay CPP until 70. They'll get an enhanced benefit. But that's not even the right life expectancy for us to be looking at, because that is considering every single Canadian that is born until the end of their life. But when you're choosing to take CPP, at the very beginning of this process is when you're 60 years old, and the average life expectancy of a 60-year-old in Canada is higher than the average life expectancy of an average Canadian, because that has weeded out all of the people that died early that reduced that number. So let's look at these numbers now. The average life expectancy of a Canadian that is 60 years old today is 85.01. So the average person is going to win this CPP delay. The average man lives to 83.6, and the average woman lives to 86.41 years old. Makes sense for her delay, unless there's health issues. You know what I mean? And other factors. And the thing about CPP timing is it is most important when you're on the cusp of having retirement failure. It doesn't matter when you take CPP or OAS if you're rich, you're not going to outlive your money. But if you're on the retirement cusp and you're falling within guardrails that are like your retirement's at risk, it is really, really important to time all of these things correctly. But when you're rich, it's too easy. It's like, take it whenever you want. I don't care. Do you want the money? Do you want to invest it? Sure. You're still going to be rich at the end of the day, and it's fine. I'm not overly concerned about it in that case. So let's look at the average 65-year-old now, and then we'll close this one out. So the average 65-year-old is going to live till 85.6. The average man, 84.2. And the average woman, 87 years old. So in that case, based on actuaries who are better at math than that commenter, better at math than me, what an actuary is looking at tables and being like, life expectancy is this is all this is a break-even point. I always think of them as weird dudes sitting in a room with a calculator and like a pocket protector, just running numbers and being like, and drinking their coffee and eating their candies or whatever. I don't know what they do, but they know math better than the average commenter. And basically all I'm saying is that I hate those comments. It's partly why I barely talk about CPP anymore, because I'm like, I can't even deal with it. So if you're going to come into the comments with something that is false or just misleading to everybody else, I'm literally going to just delete it. And if you're going to get political and blame CPP on the government of today, well, it doesn't even have anything to do with the government of today. So we're also going to delete that. because we don't need more negative energy in this world. We need people that are out here to help, which is what we're trying to do, even though that second commenter or whatever was like, just don't do it because these guys told you to. You know it's a scam. Okay, well, we're going to delete that too. Just get out of here. We're trying to help. If you want help, if you think that it's important to be able to time this properly, that's what people like us are here for. That's what guys like Adam and his team are for. That's what guys like Reese. All we're trying to do is help you guys understand things that we've been learning about for over a decade. Anyway, sorry for the rant, but it kind of gets on my nerves. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share, comment, just not negative comments. We love to hear from you, and it's the best way for us to grow our channel and educate more Canadians. So thanks again. Cheers.